Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of Finding Data Friends, Season 2, which is exciting. We are joined by a completely new friend that neither of us have ever met before today, so we are
Hello,
very excited
stranger.
to find out.
Hello.
William, who are you?
Hi, I'm William Durkin. I'm a data platform MVP. And yeah, I know it sounds really cool, right? But it's not. I'm
It's
originally
quite
from the UK. No, it's not. No, anybody who pretends it's cool
Ree,
is
if
just
you're
totally
listening,
wrong.
he's only speaking for himself.
I'm speaking for all MVPs globally.
Me and Ben have already decided we're cool kids, so it's fine.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, but that's not because you're MVPs, just because
No,
you're
we're being cool kids by being not cool.
Yeah, right. So, I'm originally from the UK, and I moved to Germany. Oh, it's like 22 years ago now. So, yeah, that's around about who I am. Mess around with a bit of SQL Server, and now I'm sat here talking to two strangers.
Perfect. Funny how that happens.
Indeed.
Cool. Well, the first question that we always ask guests on the podcast is what your favorite data thing is.
Well, the one that everybody seems to think is my favorite thing is SQL Server replication.
Knew it.
Knew it. It's the law. Apparently. I
got good news for you. Nobody gave that answer before, so you're good to go.
That is a new one.
I know. I was considering big data clusters for a moment, but then I remembered.
Oh.
It's something
And just like
mention.
that, 15 minutes are over again.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks, bye.
No, replication is still a technology that I really like. It's been around forever. It's more useful than many people believe, and you can do a lot of things with it. And it works across versions, which you can't say for every technology inside SQL Server. So, yeah, it's not been abandoned
big data
after
clusters
6
is
months.
only 2019. That's
I know, right? So, yeah, I would say replication is still, it holds a place in my heart.
We'll allow it.
Well, it was so much so that I forced you, Jess, to make the DBA tools commands for replication, right? Something I promised many people many months ago or years ago even. I will do the replication commands, and then
you
Jess
promised
will do the
that
replication
pre-pandemic.
commands. I know, right? Then the pandemic happened, so at least I had a little bit of an excuse.
Yeah, because during the pandemic, there was no way you could possibly code something and commit it to GitHub. I can see that.
Nope, not possible.
Not for safety reasons.
No,
Indeed,
because
right?
GitHub is an in-person platform only.
Exactly. You have to take your code.
Deliver your USB
How funny
stick.
would that be?
That would be so great. And then there'd be like little OctoCats there.
Drive and walk to the GitHub headquarter.
A literal USB hub where all these USB keys are stuck into it. It's like a 64,000.
What could possibly go wrong with tons of strangers just inserting their USB thumb drives into a huge hub?
This sounds fine.
Totally.
Yeah, so now we have some replication commands in DBA tools, which is exciting.
Thank you very much, Jess.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Long time coming, but yeah.
Yeah,
you can now automate lots of things around replication, which is really nice because that is something that was always missing, automation. But it is in all walks of life, right?
Yeah, but I mean, given the fact how many times replication, I mean, with replications, it's not the question of if it breaks, but when. Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
Automating that definitely does make sense.
Exactly. Building up and tearing down. Yeah, tearing down always. Automate the breaking. No, it doesn't need help with that. It can do that itself quite successfully.
It's massive, though. I always appreciated, too, that replication is like table level. So if you just wanted a couple of tables somewhere else, you didn't have to like create an availability group and ship a whole database somewhere else, you know?
Exactly. Or even just columns of a single table. It goes super detailed. So yeah,
true.
I completely agree. I've used it many times for exactly that reason. Hey, we've got this 2 terabyte database, but we only need 100 megabytes of data. Well, there you go. Super easy.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Replication.
I'll give you that.
Go and look at it. If you've not done before, you'll hate it.
Now, are we saying all replication? Does that include merge replication?
Oh, yes. That's the devil. That's the devil's devil, even.
But that falls under your favorite things, or no?
Oh, no, it falls under the favorite things to hate, for sure.
Okay.
All I can say is if you want to use merge replication, go and speak to Gianluca Sartori. He's not been on this format before, right?
He has not. No.
He's not been one of your data friends to find. Go and find
We
him.
haven't met him yet.
No, in the Prosecco Mountains. Go and find him.
Yeah, the thing is, we have that last question where we ask about food, and we're all kind of scared that he might say his favorite food is pizza with pineapple. So that's
Pineapple
why I'm not
pizza.
having him here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I can already tell you he will disappoint you greatly with that answer. No, but yes, have a chat with Gianluca about merge replication and Formula One. He's got some nice, interesting stories about that.
So,
Sounds
is
good.
he blaming merge replication for the fact that the red car is driving so slow? I see.
Correct.
Oh no. There
Now
must
he's
be a
got some
conflict.
actually really cool DBA stories around being a Formula One DBA. Some interesting challenges that you wouldn't really necessarily expect. And replication helps in those cases rather than hinders. So can't say that for many other technologies inside SQL Server.
What are we going for here? What is happening?
I ask myself every single day that I have any sort of contact with you.
Which basically is every single day. No, we've never met before, so
Nice to meet you, Ben.
at some point we should run a conference together. I feel like we click.
Ah, you think?
No,
Maybe we should
I'll
think
be
about
there.
that is great, but so we're gonna have you at the conference, Jess, but under one condition: please bring your wife because I hear she's an amazing volunteer at community conferences. So
Yes, she's been informed of this already from both me and you, apparently.
well, I didn't want to risk it, so I
No,
thought I'd make sure.
the hotel breakfast in Lingen has already sealed that deal. If there's a conference in Lingen, she's probably going to be there.
Yeah.
You don't go to Lingen for the view; you go there for the food.
You do indeed.
Exactly.
Anyways, so when you're not replicating, Mr. Durkin,
What a segue.
Exactly.
I know.
Nailed it.
I don't know how I'm doing it. It's, because, I mean, it's like riding a bike. I was kind of scared that I forgot all my Segway skills over the holidays, but
Nope, they're still
Still
there.
got it. Still got it.
I still can't ride a bike. Anyways, so if you're not replicating, do you have a favorite non-data feature? Any favorite? You might even say something like a hobby. I know that's a bit of a stretch, but
Well,
come on.
You already sort of partially mentioned it. The non-data thing that I spend most of my time doing is organizing events with this strange guy from Nuremberg. And as you mentioned, we talk nearly every day. Yes. A lot of my private time is spent with creating and organizing events around the world to bring people together, to learn, to share, and just spend time together with people.
Connect,
Even though
share,
I'm
and drink.
quite a misanthrope. Yeah, connect, share, and drink. Yes, that is something that I have learned over the past decade. I enjoy speaking at conferences, but actually organizing and making things happen is even more fun. Standing on a stage, you can only do so many times until you've not done everything, but done enough that you can, or at least for me, I was happy doing what I've done, and stepping out of the spotlight and lifting other people up is something that I enjoy immensely. It takes a lot of energy, but it gives a lot of energy as well. And I think maybe I'm speaking for Ben as well, but I think it's the same for him. Otherwise, he wouldn't be doing the same amount of
Maybe I'm just doing it wrong.
No,
Would
maybe
be
you're doing
entirely
it
possible
wrong.
with me.
No, but it's the other thing that we've talked about before as well, Ben. Being the straight white guys, we've got lots of advantages already. Why do we need to stand on the stage again? And that's something that we've talked about in the past behind closed doors, where we've said, actually, we've got such a platform. We already are doing fine. Why not lift people up using our reach and our connections and so on, which is basically the should we say, the driving force behind most of the events that we organize, right? Data Grilling not included, because that's much more just a fun event that we enjoy to be in and to organize. But the remaining events, they are very much a case of step out of the way and let the other people shine. and I
Except maybe
really
the
like that.
data left unattended.
That's okay. Yeah, that's the second fun thing that we just started doing.
Well, I would say even at Grilling, you still have a space for new speakers. You still have a space for all
Oh,
people
indeed,
from all walks of life to come and hang out. It's still very like a very
absolutely.
inclusive conference, right?
Oh, for sure. We're very conscious of that in all of the organizing and designing, and that's where the lifting up and promoting the should we say less should we say less white straight dudes, just to give it as an easier grouping, right?
Yep.
That's where we realize actually let's support new speakers, let's support people who are standing on the edges of the stage instead of being on the stage, and from that grew New Stars, and from that grew what other events have we got? Data Minutes,
Metaverse.
we've got Dataverse. So it was all from Grilling, which started
Mm-hmm.
out as being just a fun event and has now become a fun event with a force for good behind it as well. I'm really
For
proud of
sure.
what we've managed to make over the last, what's it, 5-6 years, something like that.
It's one of the good things the pandemic actually did for us because let's
Indeed.
face it, without Grillen being cancelled because of COVID, I don't think we would ever have started New Stars.
No,
Mm.
no, it would have
Because
remained as a
virtual
track
things
for sure. But,
weren't a thing back then. So, and I
no,
don't
no,
Yeah,
think they
it's true.
would have become a thing if not for us being forced to do something virtual. Not at all at that point. So,
no, indeed, yeah. The New Stars track would have still been a thing. It wouldn't have been called the New Stars.
yep.
It was the Newcomers track. But yeah, I completely agree. Not everything that happened in COVID was a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
For sure.
we do see that, and that is something I heavily underestimated back then with the newcomer track. We were almost running New Stars and the newcomer track back to back this time, with New Stars being in April and Grown being in May. We got so much more submissions still for New Stars than we got for the newcomer track, just because, especially for new speakers, it is so much
Mm-hmm.
easier to, well, let's face it, jump on a Teams call rather than
Yep.
convince your boss, hey, can you pay me to fly to Germany to speak at a conference?
Yep.
Which is, well, it's still a hard sell with some bosses, but it's obviously an easier sell once you're like, well, I've done this before, and it's rather
Mm-hmm.
than, well,
Yep.
I just want to give it a try, and if not, I'm going to have a good time at that thing, and it would be really nice if you could pay for flight and hotel and everything. Okay, thanks, bye. So
Yeah.
I think also
No,
it's a bit more
completely.
comfortable, right? You're in your own house with your own technology, with your extra notes and stuff. It's just
Yeah.
for that
That's
first
right.
presentation, you kind of don't have to be stood in
yeah,
front of strangers.
That's right.
for
You
the
can
first
also do.
presentation, yes. For any
Yeah.
subsequent, people will still run into the budget constraint issue and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
But
I
also
mean, I'm perfectly
the
done speaking
ability
virtual.
at home to have a little freak out before and after doing a session if you've never done it before. It's a lot easier than doing that in some random place. That's for sure.
Oh, I think I still do it in random places.
Oh, I
Like,
still do the freak
okay,
out.
I'm ready.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool. Awesome. All right. Well, the most important question of the podcast is the last one, and that is what your favorite food is.
Super easy. Moved to Germany 22 years ago, and it's got to be a doner, a kebab. It's the simplest meal, but also the most tasty. And if you've never been to Germany, you need to come to Germany and do so. Have a kebab. There are some really good places to get them and some really bad places. But almost like pizza, there is no bad kebab.
I'm not sure I've ever had a kebab in Germany. I've only had kebabs here.
I know. We had our meetup last March in Berlin, and you didn't
Mm-hmm.
make it because you went
I
on
know.
vacation or something. So weird.
I
So
was
you missed
in
out on
Italy
like
eating pineapple pizza.
such a good. Yes, indeed, causing international incidents.
Yep. Yeah.
So yeah, you need to remedy that when you come over to maybe even to Grillen. Find a
I can
kebab
do that.
place. Hmm.
Perfect. I'll take recommendations.
Well, not from Ben because he won't tell you where it's a good kebab.
True.
That's the big, because the thing is, making a good vegetarian kebab is way harder Making good
for
creative
sure.
vegetarian kebab is way harder than making a meaty kebab with them.
Yep.
I mean, yes, you can still use shitty meat, but other than that, that's basically most of what there is.
Yep.
Whereas, do you just put salad in there, or how far above do you? So,
For
from
sure.
again, I wouldn't know firsthand, but from what I hear from my friends, the places that I like going for vegetarian kebab, those are also the places everybody who does eat meat is very happy.
Mhm. Because they actually try with a vegetarian one means that the regular kebab must be quite okay. Yeah. I've never had one, vegetarian one. I always go for falafel instead or something similar, which is also excellent food.
There's also that.
You can't have two favorites.
Oh,
See,
by
your answer
definition, you
could have been
can't.
street food.
Yeah, right. I
Yeah,
like food.
We've already had that one.
We ruled that out in episode 37 or whatever it
Oh.
was.
Yeah, we found that people have tried to like expand the ability to choose one food thing with either like
yeah.
didn't we have something that was like warm food or something like that? It's like what?
Anything.
Yeah, my
warm.
favorite
yeah.
food is delicious food.
Yeah, exactly.
I like good food. Yeah, it happens.
There's that. Maybe we should
Awesome.
have an event, data kebab.
Ooh,
Sounds like a plan.
get that URL quick before this podcast
Right.
releases.
And
Exactly.
again, this is why we pre-record, so we can secure all the domain names from all the brilliant ideas that evolve out
Yep.
of this.
Data
sure.
Döner. We can do this.
I'll be there. Boss, can I go to a conference?
What's this conference called? Data Döner.
To be
yes,
fair,
you can.
we'll be there. Yeah,
Standing
exactly. Easiest sell ever.
Having that said, it would be really fun if William would tell you cannot go, I do not see the value in this conference, him being the organizer.
It's true. That's true.
Indeed.
Now I'm hungry again.
Yep, this always
I think
happens at the end of
I'll,
every episode.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Well,
going
to
do.
be
is
fair,
go and find
sometimes I
myself
go
a kebab.
hungry into the episode, so
Now you're extra hungry.
Yep.
exactly. I guess with that, 15 minutes are over. So,
Yeah.
William, it was really nice meeting you. Let's stay in touch.
Likewise. Yes.
I'll call you right after. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, Jess. And we see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, folks.